Repeat after me. Go, Beaver, go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to WiiXpress. So sometime back in June, I hit 100 subscribers on my first channel, WiiXpress. And so to celebrate, I asked you guys to give me some questions that I'm going to be answering today in my 100 subscribers Q&A. Stay tuned because at the end of this video, I'm going to be announcing some really cool stuff. So without further ado, let's get to some questions! TC Runner 13 asked, what was your first game console you ever owned and what was the first video game you ever played? Well, I don't know if you mean first handheld or first home console, so I'm going to talk about both of them. According to my older brother, the first gaming console we've ever owned was the Game Boy Color. This was back in the day when I was like 5 years old, when Pokemon games on handhelds were such a big deal, probably even a bigger deal than today. Unfortunately, me and my brother didn't get Pokemon Red or Blue until like a few months or a few years after we got our Game Boy. So instead, the first game that we got for the Game Boy and the first video game I've ever played was the game version of the movie A Bug's Life. Fantastic movie, not a bad platformer based on the standards of the day, but by today's standards, it's not a game that I would want to relive. And the other console that we owned was the Nintendo 64. And it's because of the Nintendo 64 that I have come to love Nintendo up to this day. And the first game that we owned for that console was Pokemon Snap. It was weird because it wasn't Pokemon battling each other, but instead it was more like a Pokemon showcase. You ride in this vehicle and you go around these different locales and you take pictures of Pokemon. It was really fun. And me and my brother enjoyed it so much. And I remember spending time and time again to keep taking really cool Pokemon photos just so I can create a really cool Pokemon album. Blood Ocean 07 asked, what did you like the most at E3 2013? Okay, before I get to that question, I just want to say that despite the name WiiXpress, I'm open to all consoles. I'm open to just about anything gaming related, which is why I'm going to answer this question as is. What did I like most about E3 2013? For Nintendo, I really wish that I went. For E3 this year, they actually had photo op sections at just about every corner of their section. And some of my favorite YouTubers actually went. Smosh, Anthony and Kalel, Strawberry17. It kind of makes me jealous that they went and I didn't. In terms of games, the most gorgeous game that Nintendo came out with at E3 this year, Mario Kart 8 for Wii U. And I am really looking forward to the HD remake of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker for Wii U. Despite being a huge Zelda fan, I have not played the original GameCube version. And I might as well make it the game that I'm going to get for my birthday this year. And best of all, we finally get a first look at Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and the Wii U. Just like every other Smash Bros. Game, we just know that it's going to be awesome. And I have absolutely no problem with the 3 new playable characters they announced. There's the character simply named Villager, representing the Animal Crossing franchise. And I was surprised that they actually announced Wii Fit Trainer to be a playable character. I, for one, am actually looking forward to playing as her. And Nintendo, when you announced that Mega Man was going to be a playable character, I believe you have won the hearts of gamers everywhere.
Oh my god! They're adding Mega Man! Holy oh my god!
I told you I would be happy with
That's
Mega
pretty
Man.
good though. He seems like he fits. You know, like he kind of fits in with Smash Brothers way more than Snake did.
They added Mega Man.
There were 2 things that stood out to me more than anything else in the Sony press conference. 1, the unveiling of the details of the PS4, and 2, they are finally working on Kingdom Hearts 3. Do you realize how long we've been waiting for this game? We've been waiting for this game, like, for ever. Now all they need to do is bring the Kingdom Hearts 3 to the Wii U, and this Kingdom Hearts fan will be happy. So Square Enix, get right to it. As for Microsoft, the only thing worth mentioning is their entire Xbox 360 tidbit. They announced a new Xbox 360 model that resembles the Xbox One. Looks really cool. And what's even nicer is that sweet new promotion they're coming out with for Xbox Live Gold members. Basically, for every month that you are an Xbox Live Gold member, you get 2 free full-fledged downloadable games. One of which I'm actually in the middle of right now on my Mac. Assassin's Creed 2. Got it on sale for $5 on Steam. Awesome game. Never played anything like it before. Other than that, I can't say that anything about the Xbox One is really worth mentioning. Stink Blast asked, "What's better, Wii U, PS4, or Xbox One?" Sorry, I had to. But seriously though, I thought the so-called console wars only existed during the era of the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. But apparently, people like Stink Blast here don't think the console wars are actually over. If you ask me, choosing which between the Wii U, PS4, and the Xbox One is better is like choosing which between Pepsi and Coca-Cola is better. None of them, and I repeat, none of them is the better choice among each other. And there never will be. Just because the Xbox One has, say, I don't know, the best HD graphics Microsoft has had it on any of their consoles yet, and some people prefer it over the other two consoles, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best one out of all of them. Everybody has their reasons why they prefer a certain console over the others, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So in short, there is no better console. There just isn't. The Game Direct asked, "What's your favorite game of all time and why?" You know what? I don't think anyone has ever asked me that before. So I thought about it, and I decided that for personal reasons, my favorite game of all time has got to be The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. When I first heard about it, the game was on my mind just about every single day. I was always begging my dad, "Dad, can we please get The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask? Dad, can we please get The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask?" I even got to the point of saying the entire title whenever I mention it. There was a promotional video that my brother and dad brought home one day that featured Majora's Mask along with a preview of Banjo-Tooie for the N64, and that got me even more excited since I already know how the game looks like. And when I finally got it, I remember spending night after night, not to mention longer nights than usual, just to play Majora's Mask until I beat it. And just for the record, between my brother and I was the most hyped for it, I was the one who spent the most time with it, and I was the only one to beat it. So now about the game itself, I felt right at home when I realized that the game retained characters, gameplay elements, and graphics that made Ocarina of Time so memorable. This is also a much darker and spookier game than Ocarina of Time. And as far as I can remember, I played through this game without any help from my brother. So I felt very proud and very accomplished of myself that I actually did something like that for the first time in my entire life. I have the game on Virtual Console now, but guess what I did to my original copy? I sold it along with my N64 and all my other N64 games just because Kingdom Hearts 2 was coming out. And up to now, I still consider it as one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my entire life. Not just because the total trade-in value was only like a couple bucks or a few bucks, but also because realistically, I can't relive my childhood memories anymore. I want it back! So it's for all these reasons why I hold Majora's Mask near and dear to my heart. And it's my favorite game of all time. And last but not least, my name is Gian Micah asked, "What are your thoughts on the PS4? Short answer, if I had to choose between the PS4 and the Xbox One as my next console, I would go with the PS4. Long answer, overall the PS4 really impressed me, but before I get to that, there was one thing about the PS4 that really disappointed me. When I heard that the PS4 was going to feature an LED screen, I thought, oh, like the Wii U, right? Well, I looked it up, and it's actually called a touchpad. And it's not really a screen at all, it's just a touch sensor. The controller also has a light bar that can be used with the console and PS4 games in different ways. So I guess Sony isn't going into the second screen business after all. On the brighter side, I always like Sony's E3 press conferences, and this one is no exception. Especially when it came to giving us all the deets on the PS4, they made sure that we got and understood them all. One thing we all can agree on is the cheaper price that the PS4 is going to launch at. $399 in the US compared to $499 for the Xbox One. Then Sony brought up the issue of PS4 restrictions. As far as I know, there will be almost no restrictions at all. The exception being you have to pay a subscription fee for something called PlayStation Plus. I've heard of PlayStation Plus, I just don't know how it works. But like they announced at E3, the PS4 will support used games, and those who buy PS4 games can do whatever they want with it. They could trade it in, they could lend it to a friend, use it on any PS4 console, you name it. And also something everyone could agree with, no 24/7 online connection or any other authentication to play PS4 games. Overall, it's a cool console, and I'm really looking forward to how the people will take it when it launches. So before this video ends, I would like to make a very, very important announcement. I will no longer be posting videos on my WiiXpress channel. In other words, the channel that this video is on is the only channel that I'll be using from now on. I just really want to start fresh on this new channel without the burden of breaking YouTube rules weighing on my shoulders. But the good news is you can expect a whole lot more videos coming on this channel in the near future. For example, I'm going to be coming out with a new weekly discussion series called Let's Talk, where I talk about some of the big topics in gaming. A new episode of Let's Talk will be coming out every single Saturday. The first episode starting August 24th, where I'll be talking about the PS4 versus the Xbox One. I'll also be throwing out some questions for you guys to answer. And in celebration of Throwback Thursday, I will be re-releasing an older video from my other channel onto this channel just about every Thursday. I might also throw in some long-lost videos that I recorded back in the day, but I never really got around to editing them. And I will be uploading them for you guys to see. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, be sure to comment down below on what you thought of it, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more upcoming videos. If you're on Twitter, be sure to follow me at WiiXpress for reminders on when my next video will be released. Dates for upcoming videos will also be posted in the description box below. So for everybody who watched this 100 subscribers Q&A to the end, I thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. I hope you all have a great day, and for everybody who's going back to school this fall, I wish you the best. Peace.